We live in a society, in a culture where we just got full of people moaning, people that don't know gratitude. And with me every day, I'm forced to embrace gratitude because we're so lucky the fact that we are who we are. And when you fully embrace who you are and appreciate who you are and what you are, and in comparison to what other people are going through, how dare you not go, I need to seize today, I need to have the best day today. So a bad day for you is paradise for somebody else. I know people that everything that I just said it's not a gimmick. I know people that can't do anything. Yet they don't moan, they don't complain, they just crack on and say, you know what we're doing today. I'm not saying I can fix things. I'm not saying I can fix cancer, dementia, stroke, Parkinson's. I can't say I can't fix nothing. But what I am very comfortable is that with every molecule in my body, I guarantee I can make it a little bit better. I guarantee I can make you smile a bit through the pain. I can't do anything.
Yeah.
Can't do nothing, Hale.
What do you mean you can't do anything?
I can't do anything.
I don't think... We're here today to talk about how incredible and you are, and you're starting this show off with...
That stuff, I'm good at my stuff, but at home, like manly stuff, I'm the worst. Can't do anything. Like my wife gets so, I can't do anything.
You can't scream.
She's more man than me, I can't do anything.
DIY?
Nothing, I'd rather pay someone to do that, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
It's taking me 3 weeks to put these lights up on like the Christmas lights that I've got around my house. The front of them, it's like they've dropped down, and she's like, yeah, you need to get him back up. I'm like, I don't know how to. She's like, well, get a ladder, get a pin. And I'm like, where'd you get a ladder? Where'd you get a pin? So then I've had to get my dad to help me put it back up. But yeah, I'm a 40-year-old rubbish man. I'm not good at nothing apart from this.
You're not. You're not a rubbish man. And I'm so grateful for you being on this podcast that I'm launching. We obviously met at the NBCC Awards. As soon as I heard your name, I was like, oh, Javeno's here, because I just gained so much from your content, and I know so many people that are warmed by your content. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, that is my vibe. And not just what you're doing with the people that you're doing it with, because obviously we see content where people are overcoming adversity and they're thriving and they're striving, and then that's amazing and that touches people, and that's going to touch people all day, every day. But the way you do it, there's something special about it, and it's almost like you're redefining how people interact, how people show love, how inclusivity looks like, and it's just amazing. So this is a podcast called The Inadequate Mother. And I've decided to call it The Inadequate Mother because, I want to get rid of this kind of concept of experts and, perfection and the things basically society puts on us to achieve. And I just feel it bizarre that as parents, as women especially, I'm a single mom, we've been raising children for so long, for centuries and centuries. But yet if you talk to any mom, she's going to say that she felt like she wasn't enough, or she was inadequate, or she was overwhelmed, or she was snowed in or burnt out and struggling. Why is this? And it has to be all the things that are happening externally. Yeah. So I think on top of obviously just discussing your journey and how you've got to where you have with your gym, J7, award-winning gym, right? Multi-award-winning gym. It's you've won awards for your efforts in battling community isolation. Is that right?
I've won. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you, and this is no disrespect to any awards that I've ever been given. I appreciate them. I give them to my mum and dad.
Do you? Are they in their house?
My mum and dad live on my street. Can't get rid of them. They're just there all the time. But yeah, I give them to my mum and dad, and the awards are amazing. But I don't take too much energy and time to celebrate the awards.
Why?
We've got things to do, man. And I genuinely believe the reason why I'm so successful at the moment, Hales, is because I'm just making sure that people do the basics as humans, and that's what we've forgotten to do. and I've said a million different podcasts and a million different shows, I'm not a genius. I've not created a potion, a formula, a cure for cancer, dementia, Down syndrome. I've not done none of that. All I've done is see people for who they are. And basically my purpose is to just fight for people who sometimes get left out. People that may have been ignored, people that don't get seen enough. So I don't see anything really special about what I'm doing. So my approach to keeping on doing this is I don't get I'm unavailable to the fame, the celebrity. I'm unavailable to it. The comments, I don't read them. Because if you read the comments, you'll get influenced. You might start getting a bit of an ego.
Really?
Because I know that majority of the comments, I know what 99% 100% of the comments are just really wonderful things. I don't ever want anything to feed my ego. I don't want anything to ever stop me just being the guy that wakes up every day and goes, you know what, I've got that person, I've got somebody with Down syndrome today, I've got somebody with cancer, somebody who's a stroke survivor, somebody with dementia. How can I make their experience the most magical thing today? What can I do today to make that person with terminal cancer smile and for 10 minutes, 30 minutes just forget that they are dying? What can I do today with the person with dementia who hasn't remembered the wife, the kids, the brothers for years? What can I do to possibly jog that person's memory? Is it a song? Is it an old Bob Marley song? Is it an old Elvis song? Is it an old Motown song that will make that person go, oh, I remember back in 1976 when I was in Jamaica. Do you see what I'm saying? I want to be that person. In order for me to always be that person, I can't get too indulged in the accolades and the comments and the praise. Even though I'm mega grateful for it, I just want to make sure that I stay as humble as I can so that every day I'm this guy, if that makes sense.
But do you know what you've just said there? And I think you've nailed it in terms of the same machine that can build a house can also bring it down.
Yeah.
And social media is one of them things, isn't it? It can do so incredible things, but it can also bring it down, and it can also be a really bad thing. So what you're saying is, I've used social media in the way to help build up my clients, because I imagine them clients are reading them comments and them cheer. It's like you've built a platform for people to cheer on people and get that motivation. So you've used it, but then you've been mindful of how much capacities you've allowed to go into your mind so that you're still got space to function the way you need to function. So you're not only doing what you're doing, you're teaching people how to use social media.
110%.
Teaching people how to use social media in a way that it should be used. And I think some people are really scared of social media at the minute, and we need more people like you that know how to control it and have, because I know you don't reply to comments, and you say, and I respect that. When you're like, I haven't been on my phone, that's a beautiful thing. That's a powerful thing in this day and age.
The world is a beautiful place, Hales, if we embrace the blessings that we have every day. And I'm a bit mad. That's what people, not mad, but I'm quite a few different people. And what I mean by that is I have to be. My energy is nuts, so people know me for being this energetic person, which is naturally me. But on the flip side of that, I'm like that because I know what it's like on the other side of the coin. You can't do what I do and go the lengths that I do and not be the person that I am. And an example being, like, you know what? This is the thing. This is why I wanted to chat to you, and why what I said yesterday's convo was that my work is, it's just so much emotions, man. You can't do what I do and not emotionally be affected by it. So I can only do that with people that I know that are willing to receive it. And this is, you know what I mean? That's obviously we can, whatever. But with my work, I got 2 little boys, beautiful little boys. Mason's 10, good as gold. Leo's 3. That boy's a devil. He's mad. He's a psycho. Yeah. But my little boys, I'm blessed that they're both healthy, they're both happy, and they're both capable. Every day when I train young kids who have been given the worst hand and start to life, some of the worst disabilities. I trained a little boy 2 weeks ago who was 8 years old, severely autistic, got CP, got so many other difficulties. He's so incapable. His mobility, his ability to speak, he's been given such a bad start to life. I then go home and I'm so grateful that God's blessed me with 2 healthy kids. And that's why my energy is the way it is, because I'm thinking we live in a society, in a culture where we just got full of people moaning, people that don't know gratitude. And with me every day, I'm forced to embrace gratitude, because we're so lucky the fact that we are who we are. And when you fully embrace who you are and appreciate who you are and what you are, and in comparison to what other people are going through, how dare you not go, I need to seize today, I need to have the best day today. And you get some people that, like the other day, somebody came in the gym, had a bad day. She said she had a bad morning. Filtered through to the brunch and got to about 5 o'clock, now she's had a bad day. I said, a bad day? What? You work in town in Manchester, you drive a nice car, you drink, you got food, you got water, you can pull up in a car park, you can get out of your car, you can scratch your head, you can go to the toilet, you can take yourself to the toilet, you can pull up your pants, you can go wash your hands, you can open the door, you can walk up the stairs, you can make yourself a cup of coffee, you can fall asleep. When you go to sleep, what do? You put your cover on you. You can toss and turn in bed. I know people that can't do none of that. So a bad day for you is paradise for somebody else. I know people that everything that I just said it's not a gimmick. I know people that can't do anything. Yet they don't moan, they don't complain, they just crack on and say, you know what we're doing today.
And you're drawn to them people.
You have to.
And would you say, and this is why I was drawn to your content, because I could feel you get, I would say, more than what you're giving. I mean, you give a lot, and you've probably, like you've described, you take on a lot of emotion, and that's called, in my profession, we call it vicarious trauma. It's when you're, like, if I'm interpreting someone losing their life and stuff like that, you're taking it on, and it's called vicarious trauma. You've got to look after it. But also, they're filling you up with something and gifting you with something far bigger than what you're actually giving to them, like every day. Do you know what I mean? That's how I feel anyway when I've moved and worked in
I'm the chosen one.
Yeah.
This is what I truly believe in. I believe that I'm the chosen one. People feed off your vibe, but people feed off confidence. People cling to confidence that they haven't got. I take pride, man, in being the person that people are clinging to. That's a responsibility that I never thought I would have. That's a responsibility that once I knew how powerful it was, that's a big part of my identity now. So now you don't see me sad, you don't see me upset.
Never.
People see
You've got
me.
to have bad days,
Of course I
Javeno.
do, but they don't see it.
Right, okay.
People say it all the time, yo, how come you always gassed up and you always this and that?
Who sees it?
Me?
Not your missus. Is it not hard for you?
At home.
Is it hard for your missus to see this? You're giving so much positivity, so much energy, and then obviously you're going home to get filled up by your family and stuff, and they're not maybe seeing the same. And is it hard for her?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is.
I
But
can
you
imagine.
know what? It's the lane that I've chosen. And at the end of the day, what people will never understand is, I seen something recently like that. You know, like Tyson Fury's fighting Usyk recently.
Yeah.
In a big fight tomorrow. And Fury's not spoken to his missus in 3 months. Like,
Why?
because he's in beast mode. But then, the interview, he said, I've not spoken to him in 3 months because he's away on his training camp. He said he doesn't want to have to switch from dad mode to businessman mode to fight mode.
Really?
He said he wants to be, and I went, I get it. So what I have to do is, what people don't understand is, I'm daddy mode, then I'm husband mode, then I'm family man mode. But then I'm in work, it's a different mode, and it's very hard emotionally to go from two, you know what I'm saying? I've had days where, a perfect example, I've had days where, and this is, when I say this kind of stuff, it's not to make people feel sorry for me or nothing like that.
No,
it's just to let people understand me a little bit more.
This is how everyone deals. I mean, social workers,
Yeah,
support workers,
definitely.
care workers, they're all battling with the same thing. And you talking about it is helping them being able to process, okay, so how does Javeno do it? So you're saying you separate the two.
And it's just bouncing from different modes of Javeno.
Yeah.
So I remember one day, one of my ladies, beautiful Portuguese lady, battling breast cancer. She was beating it, whooping its ass.
Yeah.
I ain't seen her in a few months, and then she's come in recently. And it's not even... She didn't have to say the words. She's coming to say goodbye. I asked her, I said, Auntie, where you been? Are you okay? This and that. And she went, yeah. And I looked in her face and I could see. And then she just gave me a big cuddle, big kiss and said goodbye. And I went, so what, can I see you on Monday? And she just went, yeah, I'll see you soon, son. And I knew what she was trying to say. I went home and I'm in bits, man. I remember being sat on the table there, my wife's come over. I'm in bits because I knew. But then within 10 minutes, I've had to switch to go back to daddy mode because Leo wants to play some Lego, or he wants to play the Lion game, or Mason wants to watch some Bear Grylls thing, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of the time, that's where the difficulty is. It's not in my work because I believe this is my gift. I find it easy, Hales. And I don't mean that patronising. I believe that your gift, I've said it a million times, is what you can do better than anybody else. In someone's heartbreak, I'm very comfortable because guess what? I'm not saying I can fix things. I'm not saying I can fix cancer, dementia, strokes, Parkinson's. I can't say I can't fix nothing. But what I am very comfortable is that with every molecule in my body, I guarantee I can make it a little bit better. I guarantee I can make you smile a bit through the pain. So when I hear someone's got terminal illness or they're going through whatever they're going through, and it's heartbreaking, I do not run. I don't run, and I believe that that's what my gift is, because a lot of people in my positions, hearing that kind of heartbreak in them kind of situations, it's not nice to hear as a human. It does do something. It beats up your soul, man. It's not a nice thing. And I know people in my position, you'll just turn, I'm gone. With me, I believe that when I hear that kind of stuff, I believe that I've been put here because I know I can make that situation a little bit better. Can't fix it, but I can make it a little bit better. And I think sometimes that's enough.
And your gift is connection. Your gift, and some people say that, and you see the content, and they'll be doing this and doing that. But when you voice noted me and you said Hales, I was like, why is this man just called me Hales? That word, right? There's a few people that have called me Hales in my life.
Really?
Few people in my life that have called me Hales, and they're very dear to my heart. And I've not been called it for years, Javeno. For years. So when I got that first voice note from you and you said Hales, immediately I was just like, just call me Hales. And you didn't know that. You don't know me from Adam. But I genuinely think that some people just have God-given gifts. I think we all have a God-given gift. All of us. And the problem is we don't unlock it. And we don't unlock it because of how society shapes us, moulds us, puts us in these boxes, tells us how to behave, tells us and we don't unlock our gift. So you unlocking your gift and then helping people unlock their gift, because disabled people have got a lot to give. Of
course, yeah.
What's
your connection? I want to ask, I've been meaning to ask you.
What's
your connection with, I first, like I said, before I even met you, I knew your content because I said I followed you on Insta and I seen what you did. So I was aware of your stuff way before I even met you. What's your connection? Because people always ask me what my connection is with disability.
It's mad. And mine, is yours random? You don't
I've got no connection.
I've got no connection. Yeah. I think that's what it is. It's this God-given gift to want to connect with people. Do you know what it was? Okay, so I've never told anyone this, and because we're going back to when I was a kid. So my dad, he was like bad boy, Jamaican bad boy turned born again Christian. And he went through that phase during my teens. So I was constantly preached at. And I was always that girl that was always asking questions like, why? And I remember one of the questions was like, well, why can I be like this and then someone else is like that? How's that fair? How's there a God and blah, blah, blah. Anyway. And I had a cousin who was the same age as me, and we grew up together, and she had learning difficulties, and she would only let me do her hair. Like, she wouldn't let her mum. And when her mum was having problems with her, she'd call me up as like a 12-year-old girl going, Hayley, I need you to help me with, you know, so-and-so. And I would do her hair and I'd look at her, I'm like, we're the same age and you have all these issues and stuff. It's not. But then when I started working, and that's it. So when at 16, they asked me, what do you want to do as your work experience? And I said, I'll go and work in a special needs school because I'm really good with my cousin and I don't really, interested in that. And it was the best 2 weeks that I spent with this group of like disabled kids as a kid myself. And I gained so much from it. And I'm like, I feel like I've gained so much more than I have all year at school from just being in a room supporting these people. And that never left me. I never forgot that. So when I went on my way, became a mom, struggling, had all my shit going on, lost my mom to mental health, you know, and then I like went on my fitness journey and things like that. But going before that, I decided, you know what, I'm just going to do a career in something that I think I'd be good at. And I just picked it. That's it. I just saw someone sign in. I was like, I could do that. And I'm dyslexic as well, Javeno. And this is what I want to also spread, is that sign language, it's a language of the deaf community, but it's not a disability language. It's a British language. And it's helped me as a hearing person understand and improve my thinking by being able to process things visually and learn a visual language. I am now able to learn better and progress academically. So when it gets put in schools, and it won't, you know, until...
It should.
Well, it's been made into a GCSE and the government have created the GCSE, but it's there and it's up to the school. It's up to the school to go and get it. But I've been talking to a load of schools and I don't know.
It should be compulsory.
And I want all parents to go and ask their head teachers, go and ask their schools and say, what are you doing about introducing this potential GCSE?
100%. That is English sign language different from American sign language? Or is it a universal thing?
No, it's not universal. A lot of people...
Imagine if it was universal, right, and everybody in the world could talk.
But do you know what, Javeno? And so American, you know, like colonialism, sign language has been doing that. And when sign language came out, like America influenced a lot of the sign languages that exist in the country, and it's all on one hand. So British deaf people are very precious. They want to keep the richness of their individual language. They don't want it to go away. So now of globalization, everyone's connecting online, everyone's talking. There's an international language now forming, international sign language, and a lot of social media people use it. And you get some people say that that's brilliant, but then you've got some people that are, you know, they want to keep the culture of their British language.
I do get it.
So it is really hard.
I do get it.
But yeah, I think, but with my content, it was all about trying to make sure, because I had to consider deaf appropriation, because obviously, like, I'm not deaf. And I remember Facebook paid me to go on an interview, and they said to me, and there was this panel of people, and they wanted to make a video after COVID, because that's when I started doing all this. I was just trying to kill the time. And they were trying to make videos of people that had used social media in a positive way throughout COVID. So they come on and interviewed me, and they were like, oh, you're teaching fitness to the deaf community? And I was like, no. I was like, what are you on about? No, I'm not. I said, no, I'm a mom, and I've gotten really into my fitness, and I'm doing my level 1 just because I'm bored, and I'm translating some of the things I'm learning into sign language, but I'm not that. I'm not teaching the deaf community. They were trying to make me fit into this box of like, do you know what I mean, for their video. And they were going to pay me $2,000. And I was like, you know what, Hayley, no, I need to be careful. Because I said, There's a PT, she's amazing, she's deaf, she's teaching the deaf community. Oh, yeah, we know about India.
India's wicked.
India's amazing. She's so inspirational. She does so much. Because the barriers are there.
Of course. This is the thing, in 2024, it's disgusting. We've not evolved, man. This is what breaks my heart.
Yeah.
I did a video, I'm not sure if you've seen it recently, and it's gone pretty viral.
About talking to people.
Earlier, I sat down here. I was just about to leave the gym. I was just about to leave lockup. And it was the 4th time that day someone's messaged me asking about that, about somebody, what was it? Somebody in Milton Keynes, and saying, "Oh, I've got a disabled colleague at work. I'm struggling to bond. How do I speak to this person?" And I'm thinking, so I just recorded it in literally one take, and we're in 2024 going into 2025, and that question is still something that gets asked. How do I talk to the disabled? It baffles my head. It really baffles me, and I realised what my strengths were very early. So when I started this, there were certain things that I did that at the time I just thought it's just me being Javeno. And when I look at it now, it was very unique. There were so many times where I trained somebody that was disabled, and I ain't asking you about your medication. I don't care about your wheelchair. I'm just like, Hayley, what's going on? What you done today? So what we doing today, Hayley? And then after a few months, somebody will go, so do you not need to know what my disability or what my medication is? And I went, no, not really. I don't care. I don't care, because I care about the person, the person, not the wheelchair, not the medication.
So I mean, I'm going to do
what
that.
I would normally do is, obviously, I get a form of somebody. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to pretend that disability doesn't exist. Cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, medication, cool. I know what it is, so I know how to keep you safe. Throw that away. Now, person. And I didn't realise at the time how special that was to people.
Have you trained when you say that you can read have you had any? No.
It's just, you know what it was since a very young age? There's something that happened in the leisure centre. I'll just tell different stories, but one of the main things that happened to me that kind of influenced the way I am, and it was something that happened where human touch and human connection is so bloody powerful, Hales. That just, even in a room, somebody doesn't have to speak the same language. Somebody could be deaf, somebody could be blind. Energy and just connection. The words can't describe how powerful that is when you get it right. And I unknowingly got it right. Accidentally, I don't know if it was accidentally. I got it right from an early age. And I remember this young boy. I used to manage a bunch of PTs that used to go out into the city and do different sessions. And there was a session in a place called Withenshaw, and this gentleman that was doing a session for me had this disabled lad. And I went there just to kind of check the session out, and I'm watching this session, the deadest session, the worst session ever. It was the way he was talking to this young boy was like he was a baby. And I'm watching this young boy in a chair, and I'm thinking, you're hating this session. So he gave him a break, and this little boy, this boy got up out of his wheelchair, because a lot of people in wheelchairs use the wheelchair, but some of them can use the legs in some way. This young boy could actually walk a few steps. Got up out of his wheelchair, walked over to the table, got himself a drink. And it got me more mad than it should, and I went into the session. I shouldn't have. Kind of told off this trainer, and I said, you know what, let me do the rest of the session. For the rest of the session.
Was he working for you?
Yeah. For the rest of the session, I made this boy in his wheelchair stand up because I knew he could. But I even said to him, even if you can't, I got you. Let's try it. Why are you letting this man put you in a box and say, this is what you're going to be and stay here? He was a big strapping lad. His legs didn't work too well, but he was very capable everywhere else. He had the 1.5 kg dumbbells, and I'm looking going, he's 17. You're a big strapping lad. Dash them, give me the 4s, the 5s, try something. And I pushed him for 20 minutes, and his mum and dad was there, and his dad was huge. His dad was a mountain. I'd never forget it, and I love telling the story because his dad was huge, tattooed, looked like a bloody rock star. And I'm thinking, this could go pear-shaped for me. The man
Why? Because you were mean to it.
I wasn't mean to him. I pushed him.
Tough love.
I wasn't bothered if his parents were there. I'm like, I know this boy's got more in him. I know this boy's got so much more in him, and he's allowed somebody to kind of go, disabled, you do this, patronise him, belittle him, stay there. I said, nah, break out that box. Let me put you, instead of putting you there, I want to put you on a pedestal that's above everything.
So like, what was his reaction? I mean, teenagers are hard at the best of times.
He was great, to be honest. He was sweating his back out. He was smiling. You know, when we do a good workout, it's horrible.
It's hard.
But there's an enjoyment with it. And at the end of the session, his dad come over and his mum, and they were just so grateful, man. And his dad was just like, I've never seen nobody speak to him like that. He says, I'm the only one that speaks to him like that. There's times where I'm saying to him, son, come on, you got a bit more in you. And he said, it's the first time he's seen somebody else speak to his son the way he does. And he went, I'll never forget it, he went, that means you actually genuinely care. You've not used his disability as a reason to kind of dilute accomplishments or dilute his work ethic. Oh, he's disabled, so he doesn't have to work hard. He's disabled, so he doesn't have to achieve. You've not seen that. And he said, and I'll never forget that. And it was a special moment for me, because it was one of the early days where I said, you know what, Jay, go with your gut. I'm a big believer of going with my gut.
And you got rid of the rules.
Yeah, I don't do rules. I go with my gut. I just go with my gut, Hayley. And every time I go with my gut feeling, it works. And we achieve something so memorable. A lot of the videos that I film now, I've got this new thing where I'm not even in the gym. I'm saying to my people, I want to bring you out into the real world with real elements and see what we can do. And I say, I don't know what going on. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're together. I'm not going to hurt you. And my gut feeling says, let's go out into the world and see what you can do in the world so that you can go, do you know what? I can survive in this world and I can thrive in this world. And recently I've been just taking them out, doing different things, shopping, fishing, going next doors to the chemist. And it's just been amazing to see that they are now going, I can survive not just in the gym, and I can accomplish not just in the gym, I can accomplish outside of the gym doors. And that to me is a very special moment.